This past weekend in the UK, Dalton Smith put on an amazing performance against Sam Maxwell. But before we get into that, welcome back to All Takes No Whiffs. I'm Alex, and that's Christian. And man, is this one of the top prospects in the super lightweight division right now? Dalton Smith, don't mean to sound too rude, but he folded Sam Maxwell like a lawn chair. I'm going to have to give credit to Christian for that one, but I
Yeah.
mean, damn, that was a brutal knockout. In this entire fight, he just controlled the entire fight. I mean, there really wasn't anything Sam Maxwell could do. So, Christian, what did you think about this fight?
First of all, I thought it was sick that he just turned it on like that after getting the cut that he got because that was a pretty big cut. There was concerns about it, but no, he realized
I got to
it's
go.
time to gotta go for the kill, and he did it in brutal fashion, like I said, like a lawn chair. And the thing is, it's you could almost see it in Sam Maxwell's eyes, like he realized, like, oh god, I'm in a bad position because right before the knockout, he did not look like a boxer that was very confident. Like it was just like that
The
one
whole fight,
frame.
he didn't.
Yeah, but right there, especially, it's just he looked like he was already defeated at that point. But Dalton Smith, yeah, he just imposed himself on Sam Maxwell to the point that the whole fight, it seemed like Maxwell was on the back foot and just kind of, you know, I don't want to say scared to engage, but just he was not
He was
in
scared.
the yeah, like I don't know how else to put it, but really, it's just credit to Dalton Smith. But yeah, I just really think how it was sick that he turned on, like it was on command, basically, that he got this fight over with.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really, really brutal cut too. I mean, I think it was
Yeah.
over his right eye, I think it was, and that was massive. And then going into that seventh round, he also had another cut too. So he had two cuts over each eye, and he really needed to get that fight done at that point. But to be honest, I really don't think that the cuts were going to affect him too much. It honestly didn't look like it affected him that much anyway. But I was just honestly super impressed with Dalton Smith. I have been in all of his previous fights, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what's next for this guy because this was a domestic fight in the UK, and now this guy's looking to get onto the world stage. So, Christian, who do you think that this guy could be fighting next and take that next step to maybe becoming a world champion?
It's time for his world stage debut. That's honestly how I feel, like you said. And it's just, what else could he really do at this point at the UK level, especially with his ability? I think he deserves to have his talent showcased to the world like that. So any prospects on a similar level to him, like in their respective area of the world, I think that'd be appropriate for him. One name off the top of my head, I think this would be a really solid name for Dalton Smith, and I think he's very capable of taking this guy on because this guy's kind of like all marketing and like kind of has been exposed. But Brandon Lee over at PBC, I think that would be a really good step up for Dalton Smith if that fight can be made. But I got Dalton Smith in that, to be honest. The way Brandon Lee's his head be snapping when he gets caught, I don't know. I think Dalton Smith could definitely do put some hurting on Brandon Lee. But what about you though, Alex?
Honestly, I would like to see that too. Don't know if that's capable of happening with all the promotions and everything, but that
Yeah.
would be honestly a pretty good fight between those two. But there's a guy named Richardson Hitchens. A lot of people might not know about him too much, but we've covered him before. You can go and
Hmm.
check out that video too. I'll put it up at the top of the screen so you can go and check it out. But this dude's pretty solid. He's ranked in I think two of the world divisions right now, so he's not up there yet, but he's making his way up there. If him and Dalton Smith can maybe meet together, that'd be a really good fight because both of these guys, I think one's 15-0 now, Dalton Smith, and then I think Richardson Hitchens is 16-0, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe so. I think that'd be a really good fight. Both of those guys are kind of in the same boat in their careers right now.
That'd be a really good fight. Honestly, it'd be dope to see prospects matching up more at these stages of their careers, but at the same time, it's almost understandable why they get built up the way they do because these guys could pan out to be some top of the line fighters in due time, and making those fights when they could be bigger, then it makes sense. But at the same time, these guys are both on their way to the top. They're gonna have to run into each other eventually. Honestly, it'd be sick, and it would be really good for them experience wise to run into a guy like this on a similar path to them. So either of those guys that we said, I think that'd be sick for Dalton Smith. Like we said, Dalton Smith, he's past the UK level. He's on the world stage now, and deservingly so. But before we head out of here, if you would like, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're definitely going to be coming through with previews for what's next for Dalton Smith whenever that's announced. And If you'd like, go ahead and leave a like on this video as well. We'd appreciate all the support. And yeah, we just can't wait to cover Dalton Smith and what's next for him.
And also let us know down in the comments who you want to see Dalton Smith fight next. Also, who you want to see Sam Maxwell fight next if you're a big fan of Sam Maxwell too. Both of these guys should be returning to the ring hopefully sometime soon. But until then, peace.
Peace.